แต่กันไม่ได้นะ I think I know what you just said we learn when we learn Bali we learn by heart เรียนแบบท่องจำ learn by memorization for examination learn by heart for examination yeah? So we emphasize only how to remember the word the grammar we interested only in the grammar in language actually the language is just the key to the Buddha teaching to the content within the language but our education system I think in your country even in my country so we learn Pali for examination so we interested only how to translate Pali into Thai translate Thai into Pali correctly right grammatically correct but we don't know the Dhamma or the meaning within the language. Actually, this is the final goal, right? The purpose of learning Pali learning to know the language of Buddhism. The language of Buddhism. Language is just communication. Just communication. But what we want, not just the language. Not just the language is just mean, not end. Not end. It's just the way, mean, not the end. The end or the Buddha teaching that what we want. The language is just the bridge, right? The bridge or the way to know the Buddha teaching. So I think 3 years ago I went to give a lecture at Hamburg University. The Faculty of Humanities Hamburg University. I went there to give a lecture about my PhD thesis. Yoga Jala Buddhism, Chittamatra, the mind only. And I observed, I have opportunity to observe how to learn Pali at the Hamburg Museum. I think very interesting. They emphasize the critical thinking, what we call critical thinking, not only memory, critical and not really learning by heart. They take the Pali sentence from the Tipitaka and encourage the student to analyze the Pali sentence by sentence. Why? Analyze in terms of grammar, analyze in terms of the content. This is, I think, the way really interesting. Okay.
We can change the way we learn, but we cannot add the
Okay,
extra.
for your question, thank you. It's so important. For this method, I just heard some scholar from Spain. He also teach at the SBU, Chinese Buddhist University in Dongji, and Professor Dr. Masami as well. And I'm not sure about the method he can remember the Bali. But I think, in my opinion, for the new system, we have to change because now we cannot change, right? Like a style system of the Myanmar Sangha system and Thai also. And I think for this answer is how we can just know the grammar is I think 1 year is okay, and the translate is second year. After that, we can bring our knowledge to translate or to understand deeply about the Tipitaka also. When I finish a Bali night, I know the Bali, but I can understand a little bit about the Buddha teaching. That's why. I think I know that the Bali is just languages, linguistic, not like the main point of the Buddha teaching. So that's why I realized that okay, I have to study about the Tipitaka also. So I joined the Tipitaka's certificate and I study more about the Tipitaka. Yeah? That's why Ajahn Somun already said that the language is just the bridge, right, to understand the Buddha teaching. And also, if we would like to improve our daily life Bali language, how we can use the Bali in the daily life, how to can speak each other, right? Also, when we seminar on the Sri Lanka, and also when I join some seminar at the birthday of the Professor Thamai Thammasami is a Bali seminar conversation. Like we just use the Bali to talk again, like a Sotite, Hodo Studio, and okay, Itani, Ahang, right? Salabakatang Katisami, something like that. And we try to use the Bali language. And also, if we can understand, use the time, I already said that, we use the time to learn Bali. Just 1 or 3 years. Right now, we use, in Myanmar, we use 7 years, and in Thai, we use 8 years, right? And how we can use the time to understand the grammar and the method to translate also and study the original is a Bali canon as well. Yeah, for it's my opinion about the way to improve Bali can or Bali language.
Thank you so much. So I have a little bit to share about this session because I'm not familiar with the Pali tradition. I mean that because, but I have taught the Pali and the Sanskrit at the university, and I mean that for the student, for a Thai student who interested in Pali and Sanskrit, for example, at Chulalongkorn University, so we have like a course of the Pali 1 and 2, Sanskrit 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. So we not teach like from the Paramahansa Samana or something like that, but we also borrow the books from the Western style because we think that the Western style have quite very interesting how to introduce Pali and how to make the students continuously understanding the Pali, because I'm not sure that maybe Pali tradition we talk about how to make the nominal inflection, verbal inflection or something like that, the inflection of noun, verb or something like that. But in the Western style, we have a little bit of give more information in chapter 1 and then chapter 2, and we have like some exercise and passage, the passage that is quoted from the Tipitaka, from the Sutra, from the Shataka, from the Dhammapada or something else. So the student can learn a little bit and learn the grammar from what exactly have seen from the Pali canon. And then we have the Pali reading classes, and the Pali reading classes mean that something that we have learned in the Pali grammar is not sufficient, and we can add more grammar in the Pali reading class, and we select the Pali 1, we select the passage from the Dhammabod, the Pali 2, we select from the Shataka, or from the commentary, or from the cosmology treatise or scripture or something like that, so we have to separate the theme. I think that is maybe more interesting, but we can separate like what is the goal that Prajaan have said that if you want the Pali, I think that every language, Pali, Sanskrit, or even when I study in German, I didn't have any background in German. I came across, I go to the Goethe Institute, and many students are foreigners. And then I think the first time the German teacher not say anything in English, they just in German. Even though you don't know German, but you have to learn. You said this is okay. Here we call computer. Here we call the something in German words or something like that. The Tisch table. We don't know. We know table, but in German Tisch something like that. So we have to know in the environment that make you and even maybe as Venerable said, like maybe in the class we have to 10 minutes to talk in Pali together or something like that. So we not forget that, because the language you have to practice every day. If you not practice, you forget it. You forget it. I think that is quite what I want to share with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I think it's the time is up, right?
That's okay.
Okay. Have more questions or we have a time for one more
It's
question?
short. This one more.
Do you have any question? ครับ
Okay. Actually, I want to ask Dr. Suchana about the I think. Thank you. Akon again. Actually, my background is from architecture. Yeah, that's so that and really relies on the Buddhist art as well. So on Pitaka, the manuscript and everything, we have done it very well and we have do some like it's a beautiful objects on keep the faith on like we have to attempt make the more attention on doing the best thing for the script a beautiful script and then the really neat things but it's not last long so we have to keep it properly so when we I went to Mahadatu temple to see all the things that in the they call it a museum just only small space and they keep all the manuscript there but they cannot a lot of things there but it's not keep properly like the museum so it don't last long some may be like this sort so we think that we should like collect all the Parikanal on the like ancient one to be like to I think we may print in like what's it called digitalization we have to make a copy on digitalization and then make the widespread on reading on that so that we can learn more and maybe we add up with the AI on reading of all this on the text so that we might translate or interpret something wrong before so that we can correct it. I think this is the way on doing things. I think it's not just only keep like museum on the own day. We have to bring it up and respect and doing that. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for the questions. And maybe it looks like a suggestion, right? Actually, it has many projects do like that. For now, public manuscript, the most of the important public manuscript, especially for conscript, were kept in the National Library. And some of them still at the temple. And because of it's in the sacred text, and everyone kind of, it's very sacred, we have to keep it. And no one can touch it. And it's already damaged by the insect or something, and no one knows. This kind of thing is a lot. And in some temple, it's difficult to access to this kind of thing. It's hard. For me as a researcher, sometimes I go to the temple. It is hard to get to only see, not get for nothing else, just see. It's very hard. We need to do many procedures, like have to go to, especially once I went to Laos, I want to survey about the Tham manuscript in Laos. And at that time, we cannot go by individually. We have to go to Lao National Library and go with them. And even though we go with the National Library staff, we cannot go into the Hotrai or the building was kept the manuscript. We need to have the village meeting. Everyone come together and have to meeting with the villagers why we come here and what we are doing here. It's kind of big deal to go there. Okay, for that in this way cannot do anything for that kind of thing. But many temples is okay for this kind of thing. They open for us to go and survey, and some organizations go there and do digitalizations as well. And if you go to the Google, to online, you can search. It has a lot of online manuscript inside them. Okay. Even though for National Library is also have the project to do like that as well, not only Thai. In Laos National Libraries or the Germany's also have that, and Chiang Mai University also have that. It's already have this kind of project, and some project. Do you know OCR?
Yeah.
OCR is also OCR is kind to transfer. How to say?
Interpret.
Yeah, it has a picture, right? And we need to translate it to like Roman script, for example. And have you ever used like Google Translate? Yeah, it's one kind of OCR. It's kind of you read from the in the near future. I don't know what is near or not, but in the future maybe we can do like this. You just use your mobile phone and like turn on the camera on the manuscript and you can read it, even though you don't know that script. Yeah. I think it can be possible in the futures, and it has some institutes or some organizations already research and try to do that. And many digital manuscript in how to say digital versions is already done a lot, and you can find it in the online version as well.
Yeah, the main idea is the Pali Canon manuscript is not belong to the temple only; it's belong to the world, so that we can widely access.
However, we have to talk about the copyrights with the temple who are the owners. Yeah. Yeah, who kept the key? Yeah. And many manuscripts still at the hard drive and do nothing because because we cannot access it.
I think the main idea is this is not just like the Buddha Vajana. It's not just only belong to anyone. It's belong to the Buddha. Yeah. So that we cannot keep that our own. You know, it's not the sense of belonging.
Yeah, that is our thinking. Not the owner. Some owner is okay, but some owner is not. Okay, we need to work more.
Yeah, thank you.
But maybe in previous time they have the owners, and maybe the owners or the supporter hire the alat, the writer to make a scribe copy and to donate to the temple for some anisangsa, some anisong. So maybe that is why the temple that is kept all kinds of these things, and they think that it is belong to that temple.
Thank you.
Okay.
ในท้ายรายการในนามสถาบัน